What's going on, guys, on YouTube? This is recording live. I'm going to talk about it today. What can we do for the sustainable dairy industry? How can we make a sustainable dairy industry to get people off of the unhealthy, conventional, factory farm, cheap shit? So I don't think Meatonomics points this out at all. I'll get the book some point in the future, but if I don't see it anywhere in the damn book and I read through it, I'm going to say it on YouTube. I'm going to ask this question. Hey, dude, why is this is why, if it's everything so expensive, then why is the conventional shit less expensive from the healthy shit? Why is everything like that? And even if you include like pastured eggs, I went to Walmart one day, it was just like $6 or $7 fucking dollars a fucking carton, dozen one day. Most of the time it's like fucking $5. Most of the time conventional eggs are like $2 or $3. Fuck you! You wanna know how you just all kind of people are fucking farmed a bunch of cocks and hens. And they will show you the fucking links of how they will show you the fucking what an egg fucking looks like when it's pastured. But anyway, if it does include that, then forgive that. That's just me being an ass. And if it does say anything about that, forgive me. It's just me being acting like an ass on here for humor, but still, I will see. Just be sure at some point. Then I will comment below. Yes, it does mention it. If I don't comment it, then you'll know. But anyway, that's how I work. How can we make grass-fed dairy, which is the original form of dairy before modern factory farming got into play? Hence, Louis Pasteur's in the lack of sanitation anyway, allowing justification for the pasteurification process to be invented by Louis Pasteur and his take on it. Because, the lack of sanitation and the transition of factory farming. I ruined beef for a friend of mine for a little while, and I said, hey, the cow enjoys getting inseminated when she squirts in your arm, and that's what you call fisting your food, folks. Continue on. How would you, if you were talking about grass-fed beef, pastured pork, grass-fed bison and pastured poultry, how would you do that? Well, I got a chicken feeding guy right here. I'm gonna save the document. I'm gonna have it as a file. I'm gonna for you guys to read. Or I could just take the majority of what I'm going to give you on this document. I'll copy the most of it and paste it down there. And anyways, I'll finish that up. I got this chicken feeding guide to give you an idea now. When it comes to pigs, the feed you gotta give them gotta be as clean as possible, the cleanest feed possible. Include a little bit of hemp seeds, some acorns, and grass. You can aquaponics grow, and it's sure aquaponics. I've seen people say aquaponics is not organic, not sustainable. You're full of shit. Let's continue on. They're fucking animals here. We piss in wood ashes, and it makes the best fertilizer. It rivals to fucking make regular fertilizer on the fucking chemical-based fucking modern, fucking market. So you piss on wood ashes, same difference. You can compost your own shit, same difference. And so the fish waste feeding in aquaponics is used. It's no different than us doing that. Shitting in a bucket to compost it. Anyway, it's no different. Hold on, alright? Just give me a few minutes. So, aquaponics is a great way of growing things. I've had a couple of vegans try to debate me and say, it's not sustainable. Just please shut your fucking pie hole, alright? I'm not against veganism. Those of you want to do it, go right ahead. There's a right way and a wrong way of doing it. And I like some of the vegan recipes, and I eat them quite often at times, so. Trying to mold myself like the Blue Zones with a mix of Shane Ellson's Stop Eating So Fucking Much book. I know kind of like a combination of those guidelines. But less, put a little more fat in my macronutrient composition of my intake, My composition of my macronutrient intake, That's what I meant to say. Now, aquaponics would grow great grasses, and as well as stuff like alfalfa. Here's an idea for sustainable organic dairy, since I gave you the meats. And you can use these systems to modify your small family-owned farm and to medium-sized family-owned farm units that will produce output. Now, the aquaponics element can be used to grow grasses and alfalfa and even red clover. They have barley, hemp, and oat. The barley, wheat, and oat grass. I meant to say, sorry. Hemp seeds is what you mix with a small amount of fat, like coconut or butterseed oil, and toss them in that, a little bit of that, then give them. Then it can be given to crushed, lightly crushed, and fed powdered, fermented blend of fermented chlorella, variety of other algae, and the other there's only 10% of it going to have fermented red clover, and then the rest of it could have fermented dried powdered alfalfa. That kind of powdered green blend can be given to them. Then the hemp seeds, toss a small amount of the butterseed or coconut oil, be fed only up to 1 to 3% fed to them. And then the aquaponics, grown wheat and barley and oat grasses the blades of grass from them can be fed directly to the cattle, the pork, and the poultry. And if you're giving this kind of feed to the eggs, I got some science documents that shows you can increase dairy yield, and then I got a little PubMed document showing the higher omega-3s is beneficial. So this is 90 to 95, 98% grass. And the other shit's just adjunct feed for them all. For the ruminants, the grass-fed cattle or goats or sheep or whatever have you, the ruminants, the four stomach animals. Now, once this is done, and then you use the same type of the grasses as adjuncts to feed the pigs and poultry, because that makes good pastured pork and pastured eggs as well. So I can't believe you're eating the hens' periods. Hens don't have periods, retards. They lay eggs as part of sexual function. God damn, this is stupid, Anyway. Yeah,
Will you go over there when you wake up and give her some?
But anyways, guys, that's what I want to talk about. You can actually adopt this kind of system to small to medium-sized family-owned farming units to decrease yield and not require as much land mass to actually to have the grass for the pastured pork and all that. Like I said, pork, add a little bit of hemp, some grass, acorns, and then the rest of it's like clean feed you would normally feed, but make sure it's pesticide residue, herbicide residue, yada 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 free. As long as it's clean, it's whole feed. When you do that for your pastured poultry, you got your feeding guide right here. And the then for the grass fed with small amounts of algae and hemp feed, grass, algae, and hemp fed dairy and sustainable dairy and meats, ruminant meats. It's alright as long as you treat them humane before, you'll be fine. So as long as they had a good life, that's all that matters. Because we're all omnivores. I've seen vegans use the gorilla argument. I'm like, dude, you know gorillas still eat bugs and small monkeys, right? I mean, they'll grab the little shits and just go. And then they also have to eat their own shit for B12, which we can get it through other means for us. So like, because we got a fucking brain to figure it out. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the mild cancer humor, but I hope you understand what I'm getting at about the sustainable dairy and meat and egg industry. Maybe we can begin by using this system of ideas to enhance the small to medium family-owned farming units, and everybody will be happy. And this will eventually, because if you increase the efficiency and increase production high, the price will go down and it'll be more available, and you can say fuck you to factory farming. This stuff will also be a lot healthier because of the higher rates of omega-3s and other nutrients, and the fact that, and by the way, if you want to know, you can take all, if you study in I'll talk about the distiller grain and ethanol infrastructure modifications that we could direly use in a future video. So I'll see you around, and hope you enjoyed this recording. Until next time, it's Wes signing out.